Since you were his biographer, in what sense, beyond his addiction, was John a victim of his own personality?
I'm not his biographer. I'm just a filmmaker.
I beg to differ.
I know, but I'm grateful. I think I take it as a compliment, and I'm grateful. But
Yes.
I'm not his biographer. You know, it's a longer conversation about the nature of documentary and what they are and how I approach it and what I do. But I'm a filmmaker. Like someone else would make a completely different movie, and so I don't want to suggest that I have complete knowledge. This is a very specific filmmaker's telling of John's life that Judy has given me the gift of trust to tell, and I think that's significant. So all of that is my preamble to say, I don't know. It's in the film. My answer to the question is the film. Clearly, I'm willing to, to wax in response to your questions, but that one, right. I say see the film, and that's my answer.
I also say you got to such a core essence. That's why I called you a biographer, because in a sense, we learned something about the man that has been elusive so far, and that's the beauty of the film.
Wow.
What do you think characterizes John's era of comedy, and how did he seem to have the right timing for his success as you reported on it, or as you went through that success chain?
Well, I think he's different than the others. I mean, what's common to them all is they're breaking barriers. What's common to, let's just look at the cast. You could probably get to the answer to the question you're asking just from looking, and of course everyone passes through. So, it's Steve Martin's birthplace. George Carlin is on. You got George Carlin, Andy Kaufman, Steve Martin, Richard Pryor. So, you got it all, right? And they are the guests. But even if you just look at the cast itself, everybody, if you look at that collective group, so everybody's breaking barriers and speaking truth. What a thing. What a notion.
Right.
They're speaking truth to power, and they're using television as a medium to do so. Television is at this point, it's the box, and it has an authority, but nobody trusts it. And that's not untrue of all kind of, so much in the culture at the moment. It's the 70s. So what do you trust? What's telling you the truth? You're in the Watergate era, you're post-Vietnam, but not by much.
Right.
Boom. And then you've got all these truth tellers, and because they're truth tellers, they're hilariously funny, because that's the thrill of being in of hearing their work and being in their presence. And some of it's kind of traditional. Chevy's pretty traditional. He's slapstick, and he's mocking. He's Chaplin mocking Hitler, really, and you see a lot of kind of formal comedy that you understand, but what you don't see except in John is something existential. And you don't really understand why John is funny, but it's blowing your mind. And
right.
It's harder it's like the Blues Brothers. They're not funny. They're brilliant, but they are funny. But wait, and it leads to kind of delirium. And in the opening scenes of the film, you see the Universal Amphitheater. You see an audience, they're not enjoying themselves. They're delirious with delight. They can't control themselves. That's the essence of what John brings you. And so you ask, how does he fit in? He fits in very much. He's truth-telling. He's barrier breaking. He's using television, even though says he hates it. But he's blowing your mind in an almost incomprehensible way.
Regarding John the performer, what stage, radio, TV, music, or film moment do you think best captures the quality of reality that was John Belushi?
What moment? What moment is essential?
The quality of reality, that you understand about this amazing performer.
There's a photo in the film. It's a black and white still that we pull out on, and it's John, and I think he's taking his own picture, and he's giving you the finger.
Right.
Yeah.
A Christmas tree behind him.
Well, there you go. If I got to pick one frame, that's my frame.
Perfect, sir.
frame.
This is Patrick McDonald for HollywoodChicago.com. Copyright 2020.